Hi, I'm architect Perumal Nagapushnan from What's Wrong Out There. This video is about how to make Malaysia great again, how we can be a $1 trillion economy, surpassing Singapore and Indonesia. My dear Prime Minister Ismail Sabri, I'm addressing this video to you on this matter. Notwithstanding, you have a more singular, important task to beat the pandemic, which I covered in other videos. Before I start out here, Malaysians are disappointed with you with your racial slurs. This is a video of a racial slur that went viral as you became the Prime Minister.
Tentu UITM untuk orang Melayu, MRSM, MARA, RISDA, FEKRA, FELDA, semuanya untuk orang Melayu. Amanah Saham Bumi Putra, semuanya untuk orang Melayu. Ini yang mereka cuba nak hapuskan. Mereka nak kalau boleh sama rata saja. Tidak ada perbezaan di antara bangsa di dalam negara kita.
You have created a divide among the Malaysians, and no matter what olive branch you extend, there's no listening. No one is listening. A good number of my friends are so disappointed, and one of them said, I'm leaving this country. And think big as a Malaysian. And I hope this, after viewing my video, you will rethink and think big as Malaysians and how we can do much more as Malaysians and not think small as how your predecessors have done to divide and rule, or rather did they rule and divide to corrupt and plunder again. In part one, I spoke about how we can catch up with Singapore. In this video, I'm going to speak about how we can overtake Indonesia to be an industrial nation and to be a leader among the Muslim nation if you want to, and to be among the ranks of the Western world, such as France, Germany, and Italy. You can be deemed as the father of the industrial Malaysia. Here are 2 steps. Step 1, we are a nation rich in resources. We should restore our greatness as exporters of tin. Restore the tin industry in Perak, Pahang, Kelantan, Bukit Mertajam to Kedah. Restore the greatness of the rubber industry. Restore the greatness of the palm industry. Restore the mining of gold in Pahang, Terengganu. This alone is about 10 billion USD increase in our GDP. Improve our timber and downstream industries. Our Musang King durian is one of the best in the world of its kind. Make Malaysia the largest exporter in the world. These old industries alone will easily add 50 billion USD to our GDP. Step number 2, shipping. What Alfonso de Albuquerque said after he seized Malacca illustrates how important Malacca was to Portugal. Portugal wanted to gain an upper hand of the city of Venice, which was Portugal's commercial rival in Europe. The control of spice trades in Europe depended on the control of Malacca. Today, the Straits of Malacca is one of the biggest and the most important shipping lanes in the world. We are having about 100,000 ships passing through the straits. We can increase our position as exporters of Asian goods through, as Singapore does. Singapore imports Malaysian and Indonesian goods and exports them. And we can use the same position as we are in the straits to do likewise. Improve our shipping industry by providing crew change, for instance, which is a big thing now. Service the ships passing by, repair the ships, create a dry dock, and improve our shipping building industries, and etc. and etc. There were 100,000 ships, and we are in the most busiest shipping lane in the world. If we can profit from each of these ships, we can easily generate 100 billion per year. Now let's do some adding up here. This is my diagram here, how we can create a 1 trillion GDP. If each Menteri Besar of each state could go out and bring 20 billion of investment every year and make each state as one Singapore, and we have 13 Singapores, overall revenue would be about 50 billion easily, and every year increasing our GDP to 250 billion by 8 years' time. Diamond mines in Namibia, discovered by Malaysians alone, will generate about 200 billion USD per year. The land size, which is about quarter the size of Selangor State, is rich in diamonds, rich in gold, rich in rare earth. Easily 200 billion USD is easy. What about bringing back the Malaysians who are doing well overseas, such as Broadcom, Grab, Robert Koch? We can generate easily 100 billion USD from their industries. Restore all the rubber and tin, palm, and the greatness, that will bring about 50 billion. In total, we have generated 1 trillion. In 6 to 8 years' time, with the increase of GDP every year, we should generate about 1.2 trillion, and you have made Malaysia the top Muslim nation in the world and made Malaysia great again. Video I've inserted, this video you told the Malays about Mara, Felcra, Felda, MRSM, and all this give out about 1 billion a year. Rishda alone only gave 50 million USD in 2020. His pittance, we are talking about 1 trillion. Mara, Misda, Felda, Felcra, it's not even 1 billion USD. Here we are talking 1,000 times more than Rishda. Do you know what it means? It means our currency is stronger. Every Malaysian's income will increase 3 to 5 times. Our quality of life for every Malay, Malaysian, Chinese, Indian, East Malaysian, Sabah, Sarawakian will increase. All over the world, people will be trying to migrate into our country, not leave as they're doing now. So please stop thinking like our previous prime ministers who bullied the Malays with words like lazy. I've never seen a lazy Malay in all my life. And I don't know which planet they are talking about lazy Malays. See this video of a young Malaysian who's tired of a racial divide.
I don't usually like to talk about politics bukan sebab aku tak kisah, tapi sebab hati terlalu sakit, susah nak cakap pasal benda ni. Malaysia has been a country yang berbilang kaum for years. What happened to that? What happened to accepting each other? What happened to berdamai, harmony? What happened to that? Your action ni the reason why there is a stereotype saying that Malays ni malas. Kau sampai nak eliminate complete competition towards Malays. That's why a lot of Malays are mediocre. Macam mana nak maju?
We were united under Prime Minister Dato' Hussein On, and he put Dato' Harun in jail for corruption. Prime Minister, please bring righteousness among the people. Malaysians are tired of the smokescreen which the Prime Minister's created. Please unite the people. Malaysia first. Now please see this video of the religious divide you created recently.
Sebab itulah kita, walaupun ISIS mungkin nak ditangguhkan, tetapi perbuatan mungkar mereka terus berjalan dan kita tidak boleh biarkan. Sebab itu kita perlu meneruskan perhimpunan pada 8 hari bulan supaya memberi amaran kepada mereka jangan gugat agama Islam dan kepentingan Melayu di dalam negara kita. Sekarang, dulu MRSM untuk orang Melayu. Sekarang kerana timbalan menterinya bukan daripada kalangan orang Melayu, dah membuat kempen di sekolah-sekolah Tamil dan sebagainya supaya ramai di anak-anak daripada kaum India yang masuk belajar di MRSM. Dulu saya jaga Mara, kita jaga ini untuk orang Melayu. Kita kurangkan dari segi kita rendahkan dari segi peluang kemasukan, daripada segi peluang kemasukan itu dengan memberikan keistimewaan pada luar bandar. Kalau dulu 5A masuk, kita kata kurangkan sikit, 3A, 2B pun boleh untuk orang Melayu luar bandar dan sebagainya. Tetapi hari ini, apabila tujuan kita nak meramaikan orang Melayu, terutamanya orang miskin luar bandar, sekarang ini mereka nak buka lebih banyak peluang kepada kaum lain dan bukan kaum Melayu. Orang Melayu semakin tercabar, Islam semakin tercabar.
This video, you put a racial divide among the Malaysians. The Malay Islam construct has divided us for 30 years. In my youth, I could visit my Muslim friends for Raya, and so did they visit me in my home. But not now these days, and divided us. This is not the way forward. Let's put religion at home and not at work, at our social gatherings. Let us put a new face to Malaysia. Mara students that you are so defensive about, we can build 100s of them, perhaps even thousands. Every Malaysia can be put into it, not just the Malays. It is like this, Yang Amat Berhormat, sharing one cake among 10 Malaysians or sharing 100 cakes among Malaysians, of which every Malay can get a cake each. Let's work out big and serve Malaysians for the better good. If any one of our ministers who you put there do not serve well, remove them. If anyone is not performing, remove them, replace them with someone better. Lastly, Yang Amat Berhormat, note, the Malaysia's largest trading partners are China, Singapore, and Japan, and United States. Not Turkey, not Indonesia, not Saudi Arabia, not Dubai. Now, how would you appear when you see these leaders such as China's Xi Jinping or Mr. Lee Hsien Loong of Singapore with your racial slurs. Furthermore, where do you think the Mara students will end up working if they were indoctrinated with racism and end up working in the commercial environment? Your racial slurs will make it difficult for them to work with other races in the commercial world. Yang Amat Berhormat Ismail Sabri, let us move forward to be a better and bigger Malaysia. Racial slurs and religious slurs divided us for a long time. It's an old idea that does not work in modern times. Most people can see through this. Yang Amat Berhormat, if you like this video, please hit the subscribe button and share it with your political friends. I'm Architect Perumal Nagapushnam from What's Wrong Out There.